What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'll be taking a look at the starting lineup for the 2024 YellaWood 500 at Talladega Super Speedway. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. Starting on the pole, we have 2021 Daytona 500 winner Michael Mendel in the 34 car for Front Row Motorsports is starting in second position on the outside of the front row. We have 2022 Daytona 500 winner and 2020 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion Austin Cindric in a 2 car for Team Penske. Starting in third position, we have Todd Gill in the 38 car for Front Row Motorsports. And starting in fourth position, we have the winner of Talladega from 2023 and 2-time NASCAR Cup Series champion Kyle Busch in the 8 car for Richard Childress Racing. Starting in fifth position, we have defending winner of the fall race at Talladega and 2023 NASCAR Cup Series champion Ryan Blaney in the 12th car for Team Penske. And starting in sixth position, we have 2-time NASCAR Cup Series champion Joey Logano in the 22 car for Team Penske. Starting in seventh position, we have the winner of Richmond from earlier this year in 2018 Daytona 500 winner Austin Dillon 3 car for RCR, who also is an Xfinity and Truck Series champion. And starting in eighth position, we have 3-time Daytona 500 winner Denny Hamlin the 11 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, who is starting a lawsuit with NASCAR. Starting in ninth position, we have the winner from Daytona earlier this year, Harrison Burton, the 21 car for the Wood Brothers. And starting in 10th position, we have 2021 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion Dale Hemrick in the 31 car for Colleague Racing. Starting in 11th position, we have 2020 NASCAR Cup Series champion Chase Elliott in the 9 car for Hendrick Motorsports. And starting in 12th position, we have 2021 NASCAR Cup Series champion Kyle Larson in the 5 car for Hendrick Motorsports. Starting in 13th position, we have 2012 NASCAR Cup Series champion Brad Keselowski in the 6 car for RFK Racing. And starting in 14th position, we have the 2024 NASCAR Cup Series regular season champion and 2-time Xfinity champion Tyler Reddick in the 45 car for 2311 Racing. Starting in 15th position, we have 2022 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion Ty Gibbs in the 54 car for Joe Gibbs Racing. And starting in 16th position, we have 2017 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion and 2024 Daytona 500 winner William Byron, the 24 car for Hendrick Motorsports. Starting in 17th position, we have 3-time Supercar Series champion and winner Chicago Street Course earlier this year, Shane Van Gisbergen in the 16 car for Colleague Racing. And starting in 18th position, we have Ryan Preece in the 41 car for Stewart-Haas Racing. Starting in 19th position, we have Josh Berry in the 4 car for Stewart-Haas Racing. And starting in 20th position, we have the winner from Watkins Glen earlier this year, Chris Buescher in the 17 car for RFK Racing. Starting in 21st position, we have 2017 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series champion and winner of the 2024 Coke 600, Christopher Bell in the 20 car for Joe Gibbs Racing. And starting in 22nd position, we have Noah Gragson in the 10 car for Stewart-Haas Racing. Starting in 23rd position, we have the winner of the Chicago Street Course from earlier this year, Alex Bowman in the 48 car for Hendrick Motorsports. And starting in 24th position, we have 2017 NASCAR Cup Series champion Mark Truex Jr. in the 19 car for Joe Gibbs Racing. Starting in 25th position, we have AJ Allmendinger in the 13 car for Colleague Racing. And starting in 26th position, we have the winner of Talladega in the fall of 2021, Bubba Wallace in the 23 car for 2311 Racing. Starting in 27th position, we have the winner from Kansas last week, Ross Chastain in the 1 car for Trackhouse Racing. And starting in 28th position, we have Corey LaJoie in the 51 car for Rick Ware Racing. Starting in 29th position, we have John Henry Nemechek in the 42 car for Legacy Motor Club. And starting in 30th position, we have 2-time Southern 500 winner in 2015 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series champion Eric Jones in the 43 car for Legacy Motor Club. Starting in 31st position, we have 2016 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion and winner from Atlanta earlier this year, Daniel Suarez in the 99 car for Trackhouse Racing. And starting in 32nd position, we have 2023 Daytona 500 winner and 2-time NASCAR Xfinity Series champion Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the 47 car for JTG Doherty Racing. Starting in 33rd position, we have Anthony Fernandez 62 car for Beard Motorsports. And starting in 34th position, we have Cody Ware in the 15 car for Rick Ware Racing. Starting in 35th position, we have Justin Haley in the 7 car for Spire Motorsports. And starting in 36th position, we have 2024 Southern 500 winner Chase Briscoe in the 14 car for Stewart-Haas Racing. Starting in 37th position, we have Carson Osbar in the 77 car for Spire Motorsports. And starting in 38th position, we have Bijan McLeod in the 78 car for Live Fast Motorsports. Starting in 39th position, we have 2022 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series champion Zane Smith in the 71 car for Spire Motorsports. And starting in 40th, in last place, we have JJ Yeley in the 44 car for NY Racing. So, that is the starting lineup for the 2024 YellaWood 500. What are the big storylines going into this race? Well, number one, there are going to be a lot of fuel saving throughout the event. The last couple super speed races on the traditional super speedways, we have seen a ton and a lot of major fuel saving. I expect that to be a major play in a major part of the race in today's race later, considering we've seen that at Talladega in the spring, and we saw it during the Daytona 500 and a little bit during the summer race at Daytona. I think that's going to come into play. I expect the Fords to be extremely dominant. The Fords have been super dominant at the super speedways so far in 2024. Of course, they won at Daytona. They, of course, almost won at Talladega. They probably should have won the race at Daytona, except McDowell made a bad block. I expect the Fords to be very strong. But there is some new adjustments on the aero that could benefit the Chevys and Toyotas. I think the Chevrolets and Toyotas are probably going to work together a lot more than they have in the past, considering the fact that if you're going to beat the Fords, you're going to have to team up. I also do think, though, cars like Kyle Busch and Austin Dillon are going to be fast in the race. And I do think the Hendrick cars of Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, William Byron, and Alex Bowman, I think all those cars are going to get up to the front as they try to put themselves in a better position going into the final race of the round of 12 at the Roval next weekend. I also think, like, the Penske cars are going to be fast. The front row cars are going to be fast. I think there's going to be a lot of players that are going to come into play in the race later this afternoon, which I think is going to make this race very intriguing and very, very exciting. Hopefully there's not much of the fuel-saving stuff, so we can get a very exciting and fantastic race. Remember, SVG is in a race too, so maybe he gets his first Cup win on an oval. I think that'd be pretty cool for him to have that chance and opportunity. But I think the race today is going to be really exciting and very, very fun. I think there's going to be some of that chaos. I think there's going to be some big wrecks at the end of the day, like there were in the Xfinity Series race yesterday. I think there's going to be a lot of chaos, and I do think for sure there will be a ton of carnage in the race later today at Talladega Super Speedway. We'll see how it ends up playing out, and we'll see how the race ends up going through later today at Talladega Super Speedway. So, that is going to be for the starting lineup video for the 2024 YellaWood 500 at Talladega Super Speedway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, and if I win a video, does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support my Patreon as well. Links description below that, and comment your thoughts on today's episode. Who's your pick to win the 2024 YellaWood 500? Let me know it in the comments below. Depending on how big that Trackhouse announcement is later today, you might see a video on that before the Cup Series race begins. You're also going to see the NASCAR Cup Series race be from Talladega Super Speedway, and you'll likely see a Shane Van Gisbergen video dropping as well. Then on Monday, you'll see a NASCAR news video, discuss news over the course of the last couple of days, and if there's any major news that breaks on Monday, we'll discuss it here. Tuesday, I think I'm doing an interest video for the Bank of America Roll 400. We might be doing that, and we also have some other big content dropping this week. There's also another silly season update either coming this upcoming week or the next week, and there's a lot of great content dropping that I can't wait for you guys to check out. So anyways, like I said, and we'll also have Haley Deegan, Carlos Kerber, name it this week too. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content, other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.